Hello, everybody. This is Kathy, your teacher in training for yoga, MoveEasy Yoga with Via. The tribe is here. It looks like we have a full house today. So I wanted to say thank you for coming back. I'm glad I didn't scare you off last week. And a couple of notes about the class. A little bit about using Zoom. You will be muted if you want to ask a question, and I encourage that. Just unmute yourself and ask. If you put something in chat, I won't see it because I'll be on the mat. And I'm the model today. Make sure my video is pinned and it's large, and the other smaller videos are off to the side.
So Kathy, let me say something about that, because you should probably spotlight yourself for everybody as opposed to asking them.
Oh, okay, I did. Or pin me or whatever it is to make my video bigger. But yeah, no, I'm spotlighted.
You are spotlighted because you're not. If you were spotlighted for everybody, you would be big on my screen, and you're not.
I thought I was. Yeah, I'm showing oh, maybe not. Okay, technical issues here.
Sure. I think it says spotlight for everybody.
I don't have that. I thought I had spotlighted myself.
Well, there's pinning, and
Yeah.
then there's spotlighting. Let me see something.
I see her large.
Huh.
Hi.
Good. That's good to know.
I thought I have
How
gallery.
many people see her large? You just tell us. So 2 people see her large. Pardon?
I see her large.
Why am I not seeing her large?
I don't know.
Oh, now she went away large.
Because I'm playing with this.
Well, there's
Now Diana's up.
large.
I got Diana large now.
Oh, and here comes in
Okay, so I think you should have something that says spotlight everybody, or something. Yeah, spotlight. Yeah, everybody. But you should have that option, and then that will make you large.
Got it. Thank you.
I had it on. Okay. Sorry about the technical issues here. I thought I had it figured out.
Well, unless everybody sees you large, you haven't figured it out yet.
Now I
Right now,
see
it's
Via
just
large.
speaker.
Yeah,
It's
because I've got it
speaker
on
and-
speaker.
Yeah. If you want, Kathy, you can make me co-host and I can try and help you. I can't help you if
Okay.
I'm not co-host.
I see Kathy now.
I know. It's only for whoever's speaking. That's too big.
There you go, Caitlin.
Okay.
Yes, you are large now.
You're large. You
Oh, there
know.
you go.
Yeah, Kathy's in the spotlight.
All right.
But does everyone see Kathy? If someone does,
Yes.
it's Kathy large, then there you go.
Yes.
Kathy large.
Yes.
All right. Via, do you?
Yeah, I do.
All right. I'm not sure what happened, but there it is.
Oh, I know what happened because I spotlighted you.
Okay. Okay.
I'll
Yeah,
show
we
you
have
afterwards if
to
you
figure
want me. If you want me to show you afterwards what I did, I'll show you afterwards. Okay.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna warm up.
Wait a minute. Have you? Oh, and the recording is on. Okay.
And the
good.
recording is on. A couple of things. You want to move slowly because we want the brain to connect with our body for better movement. I have a tendency to move fast, so I'll be reminding you throughout the class to move slow. Become aware of your movement and your breath. Mind-body connection is yoga. So it's a lot of it is breath. We'll be repeating the moves 3 to 6 times, and you listen to your body. If you have pain, either make your movement smaller, make it slower, or stop altogether and rest. So the movements aren't difficult, but sometimes they can be stretching. So we're going to go ahead and start supine, lying down on our back with knees bent, feet on the floor, a few washcloths under your head for support. And just for a minute, let's go ahead and just relax. Come into the room with our breath. Go from getting here to being here. And just breathe naturally and normally for just a couple of breaths. Let me know if I'm not loud enough. Couple of really deep breaths. Inhale through your nose, exhale through the mouth. Okay, we're going to do vagus nerve reset. So you can either put your hands behind your head just to keep it stable, or just keep your head stable. And without moving your head, just move your eyeballs, move your eyes to the right, and wait for a sigh, a swallow, a gulp, or a yawn. This activates the vagus nerve and resets the body. Your eyes can be open or closed. Now go ahead and move your eyes, just your eyeballs, not your head, just your eyes to the left, and wait for a sigh, a swallow, a gulp, or a yawn. This always makes my eyes water. If you've never done this before, you may not feel it right away. It does take practice. Now repeat twice on either side, right again, left again, then right again, and left again. Now go ahead and finish up on that. The next thing we're going to do is head ramping. So you can keep your hands behind your head, or you can put, if you have them, a sponge ball or a couple of therapy balls behind your head. We're going to do head ramping. So for that, you just, the occipital ridge at the back of your head, you press that into the mat. Your chin will follow. You're not pressing your chin, it just follows your neck. So the back of your head presses against the mat, stretches your neck. This is really good for text neck. If you look down at your phone, your computer, your iPad, it stretches that muscle out. Hold for a couple of breaths and then relax. So occipital ridge toward the floor, flatten that part out. Hold for a couple of breaths. and then relax. One more time. Press the occipital ridge towards the floor. The chin will follow. Couple of breaths. And then relax. Good. Now the next movement we're going to do is breathing. You have a couple of choices here. You can take that prop away. Put your washcloths back under your head. We're going to do square breathing, which is inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, exhale for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Now 2 more times without my cueing. All right, good. So for the next move, let's go ahead and come to a sitting position. Now, for those of you who are new, what we do is we roll to our side and then push ourselves up without bending our back. Come to a comfortable sitting position. I'm sitting cross-legged. We're going to do floor seated hip circles. And what we do is we keep our chest open. And if it helps, you can put your hands behind your head, or you can have them in cactus pose, which is hands out to the arms out to the side, hands up to the ceiling, just to keep your chest open. And what we do is we, keeping a straight back, we bend from the hip, do a forward bend to our right knee, and then move across to our left knee, and then straight up, keeping the back straight and the chest open. Then we move to our left knee, straight forward fold to the left, across to the right knee, and then up. And that's 1. So we're going to do 4 or 5 more. So down to the right knee, keep your back straight, your chest open, move across to your left knee and up. Straight forward fold to the left knee, move across to the right knee and up. That's 2. 1 more time, down to the right knee, across to the left knee and up, down to the left knee, across to the right knee and up. That's 3. We'll do 2 more. Down to the right knee, across to the left knee, and up. Try to keep your back as straight as possible. Down to the left knee, cross to the right, and up. Last one, down to the right, across to the left, and up. Down to the left, across to the right, and up. I really like this move. It just loosens up my back. Now we're going to go back to the mat on this triplet, to our backs, the position we were in at the beginning of class, on your back, supine, bent knees, feet flat on the floor. And we're going to do leg lifts. Now they're very simple. Your feet are flat on the floor. You simply raise your right leg and keep the bend in your knee. So you raise your right leg until your foreleg, the bottom part from your knee to your ankle, is parallel with the ceiling, and then lower it. And then do that with your left knee up, keep the bend, and then lower it. Believe it or not, this is really good for your core. So we're going to do opposite, we're going to do alternate legs. So right, up, and down, left, up, and down, right, up, and down, left, up, and down, right, up, and down, left, up, and down. 2 more, right, up, and down, left, up, and down. Last one, right, up, and down, left, up, and down. Good. And we're going to do bent knee side drops. So again, the same position. Your legs are about hip width apart, feet on the floor, and then just drop your right knee to the side, to the outside, and bring it back up. And drop your left knee to the side, just as far as you can go. You don't have to strain. Keep both your hips on the floor. So you may not go all the way down to the floor. It's not a big deal. And bring it back up. So right leg down and up. Left leg down and up. I should say left knee. So your legs are remaining bent. You're just pulling your knee to the side and up. We're working our abductors and adductors. Left knee down and up. You'll notice a difference on each side. One side might be more flexible than the other. So 2 more. Right knee down and up. Left knee down and up. Last one. Right knee down and up. Left knee down and up. Good. Good job. All right. And I forgot a move. That's what you get. You just can't get good help these days. While we're down here, we're going to do a hyperpressive. Now, hyperpressives are for your pelvic floor. For older women, and I do have this issue also, sometimes we have urinary incontinence. The hyperpressives strengthen the pelvic floor and prevent that from happening. I find that I need to do them every day or I have issues. So a hyperpressive is when we take several deep breaths and then we exhale, and with no air in our lungs, we hold it. We're going to hold it for a count of 10. And while we hold it, we're going to hold a pose. And that pose is the bridge pose. The bridge pose is you're lying on your back, again, knees bent, feet on the floor, and you raise your hips. And when you raise your hips, you also raise your arms above your head. So the backs of your palms are above your head. Your arms are by your ears, and the backs of your palms are on the floor. If you can't do that, that's fine. Just do what's comfortable. So we're going to take 3 deep breaths and then exhale on the last one. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. This is the last one. Inhale, exhale. Go into bridge. Lift your hips, raise your arms over your head. We'll hold this for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms come down, hips come down. Okay, we're going to do 2 more. So deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale, exhale, get it all out. Lift your hips. Arms back behind you. Count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hips come down, arms come down. If you can't hold it for the full count, don't worry about it. Come down if you have to. This took some practice for me to hold. And I'm only counting to 10 because I'm new at this. So we're going to do one last time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale all the way out. Lift your hips, arms behind you. Count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hips come down, arms come down. All right, good. Those are hyperpressives. They're actually very good for you. Okay, now we're going to do our leg stretches. This is where the strap comes in. If you don't have a strap, the belt to a robe or a sweater or something that gives you some tension, we're going to be putting it around our feet. Now, Via does this against the wall. I'm not going to do that today. So we put the strap around the arch of our foot. The other leg is straight out. The leg with the strap goes straight up towards the ceiling. And if you can, pull that leg back towards your head. We're going to hold this position for 40 seconds. Let me set my timer. 40 seconds. This stretches the quadricep. Should be able to feel that. Not the quadricep, excuse me, the hamstring. The quadricep is the front of the thigh. This stretches the back of the thigh, the hamstring. I need to get my anatomy straight.
Good correction.
Thank you. I have quads on the brain. And my hamstrings tend to get really tight, so I really like this one. Okay, all righty. Okay, now take your strap in your leg and move your foot at a right angle to your body as far as you could get it. You probably will not be able to come to the floor. This would take some practice. Just come as far as you can. Do not hurt yourself. If you feel a strain, stop right there. We're going to hold this position for 40 seconds. Now, when you do this, make sure both hips are on the floor. I put my hand on my left hip just to make sure it's still on the floor. Your tendency is to raise that hip. If you are raising the hip, you've gone too far. Back it up just a little. The idea is not to hurt yourself, but just to feel that stretch. Okay, now the third part of this leg stretch is to stretch it the other way. And I have to move my mat because I need more room. So by the other way, I mean you're stretching your foot, your leg across your body to the left. And you have options then on the top. This is actually a twist. What I do is I stretch my arm out to the right, face the ceiling, and stretch my leg out to the left. Your right hip's going to come up, but you want to keep both shoulders on the floor if you can. I actually, when I do this, I feel myself adjust my upper back, which is kind of cool. And just go as far as you can. Again, don't hurt yourself. If you can't touch the ground on the other side, on your left side, you can put a brick or something under it for support. We're going to hold this position for 40 seconds. You're going to get a little extra because I just started the timer, but it's a good stretch with a twist. So your strap is in your left hand, holding your right leg across your body. All right. So move the strap to the other leg, your left leg. We're going to do all this with the left leg. The first one is straight up. Straight up, straight leg. If your leg is not straight, that's okay. Relax your shoulders. I tend to tense mine. Relax them towards the mat and pull that leg up. "40 seconds, 20 seconds left. This is a good stretch for before you go walking. I do this before I go walking. Okay, second part, you move the strap to your left hand and your leg goes out to the left as close as you can get to the ground. Make sure your right hip is still on the mat. Your hips do not leave the mat. Just pull it over as far as you can. 40 seconds. Okay. Now move the strap to your right hand, and you're going to move your leg over to your right, cross it across your body. Keep your shoulders on the mat. Keep your left hand. I have mine stretched out to the left. Your hips are going to move. That's okay. This is a twist. And try to touch the floor with your left foot, your left toe. If you can't, that's okay. Just go as far as you can. Forty seconds. The reason we do this for 40 seconds is it takes that long for the body to register that it's doing this movement. And that's when it starts doing some good. All right. Okay, I find I have to adjust this a little. There we go. All righty. So we're done with the strap. And we are going to do some arms and shoulders work. Now, you're not required to, but if you have a mobility strip or a rolled up towel, this would be good to put under your spine.
Vertically. Under your spine vertically.
Vertically under your spine, yes. Starting at probably where the bra strap is between your scapulas. A rolled up towel. If you don't, that's fine too. You need to adjust this a little. We're going to do scapula protraction, retraction. So arms up to the ceiling, palms facing each other. And we're just going to, with both hands, reach toward the ceiling, moving your scapula. When the scapula moves, the arms move. And then come back to the floor using your scapula. So up and down. You're not really moving your arms. They're going along for the ride, but the scapula are moving. So up and down. And this is when we want to move slowly and deliberately. Up and down. And up and down. Two more. Up and down. And up and down. Very good. Scapular protraction, retraction. And now we're going to move our arms overhead. So again, palms facing each other, hands toward the ceiling. And then move your arms up by your ears. Again, your thumbs are touching the floor. Your arms are by your ears. And then back up to the ceiling. And then behind you, there's birds, back up to the ceiling. So 3 more, arms up to the ceiling. Arms by your ears, thumbs touching the floor, back up to the ceiling. Hands to the floor. Back up to the ceiling, last one. Thumbs to the floor. Back up to the ceiling. Good. And now we're going to do a resting pose with cactus arms. Cactus arms are, your arms are straight out at your sides, perpendicular to your body. Excuse me, but your hands are, your elbows are at a 90-degree angle, like a cactus. I call it the hold up. It's like you're being held up. So your hands are flat against, your forearms are flat against the floor, back of your hands on the floor. If you can't do this, you might want to put a towel or a book under your arms, but it opens your chest. We're going to be here for 40 seconds, a little bit more actually. This opens the chest, it stretches the shoulders. It's a very good resting position. Okay. Okay, so roll off your strip or your towel. Come up to a seated position. And we're going to do a side bend. So I would recommend a cross-seated position. So a side bend is you run your hands parallel to your hip along the mat, up to the edge of the mat. You always keep both hips on the floor. The other hand goes overhead, over your head, and just lean over as far as you can, keeping both hips on the floor. We're going to hold this position for 20 seconds, and then we're going to lower our elbow to stretch our latissimus dorsi in the back for another 20 seconds. So hand down the mat, other hand overhead, lean over, keep both hips on the floor. Just lean as much as you can. Now lower your elbow till it's even with your chin. You should feel a stretch in your underarm and down the side of your back. Okay, elbow up, torso up. Okay, we're going to do it on the other side. Left side, slide it down the mat. Let me adjust my computer a little. Left side, slide it down the mat. Other arm overhead. We're going to hold this position, both hips on the floor. We're going to hold this position and then move in 20 seconds. You should feel a stretch at your waist, at your QL. Now lower your elbow in front of you, about equal with your chin, to stretch those lats. All right. Okay, now we're going to do a spine twist. Stay cross-legged. Put your left hand on your right knee. You're twisting to the right. So your right hand goes behind you and just support yourself on your fingertips. It's called spider fingers. So your hand is not flat, it's spider fingers behind you. You are twisting your spine. We're going to hold this position for 40 seconds. Your head can either be facing forward or it can be facing the edge, the short edge of the mat, or it can go back and forth. It doesn't matter. What's important is the back that we're twisting, the thoracic spine, and the fact that we're holding this. This is a bone building pose. All right. Now slowly unroll yourself and we'll go to the other side. Right hand on left knee, left hand behind you with spider fingers, just your fingertips. Either look towards the left side of your mat or straight ahead, doesn't matter. We'll hold it for 40 seconds. Okay, good job. We're running a little short on time, so I'm going to skip a couple things. We're going to go to a yoga pose that's called a bird dog. So this is hands and knees. So your hips are even. Your hands are directly below your shoulders. Your knees are about hip width apart. And a bird dog means we are extending one leg and one arm. So go ahead and slide your right leg along the mat. Keep your hips even and raise that leg. And if you can, you can stay here if you want, but if you can, go ahead and raise your left arm and point it. This is the bird dog pose. If you can't, if you can just lift your leg, that's fine too. Do whatever you can. And then we'll come down and we'll do it on the other side. So left leg, slide along the mat and then lift it up. Try to keep your hips even. And if you can, raise that right hand and point it towards the opposite wall. And hold it. This is core. This is core work. Good job, guys. Okay, come on down. Now we're going to do the prone back extension. So we are, that's my mat just a little. We're going to be prone, which is face down on the mat. I always have a couple of washcloths just because I don't like to smash my nose. And I take off my glasses. So this is the prone back extension. I'll demonstrate it and then we'll do it. So you're face down and your hands are at your sides, palms up. And we will take a couple of breaths and then on an exhale, we'll raise our arms, our shoulders, and our head off the mat. Now you would come up as far as you can without hurting the small of your back. If your lower back starts to hurt, lower yourself. You've gone too far. And then we'll hold it and then we'll come back down. And then we'll do airplane, which is coming up again with the arms behind you. And then you extend your arms out to each side like an airplane and hold it. And then we go down. Sound like fun? Okay, so we're down on the mat. You're not going to be able to hear me very well. We're down on the mat. Take some breaths. And as you exhale, come up, lift your head, your shoulders, your arms. The palms are facing the floor. Just come up as far as you can. Again, if your back starts to hurt, lower yourself. We'll hold this for 40 seconds. Now your head should be facing the ground. You don't want to be looking forward. You want to be looking down. We don't want to strain our neck. And if you have to come down early, that's fine. This is a difficult pose. Three, two, one. All right. Inhale and come down. All right. So now we're going to do airplane. So we're down on the ground facing the mat. Inhale, take a couple of deep breaths just for a break. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and come up into the original pose. And exhale, put your arms out like an airplane. I'm going to hold this for 40 seconds. Again, if your back hurts, just lift up a little bit. If you can't hold this for the whole time, that's fine. You can go back to the original pose, or you can just relax. 15 seconds. This movement also takes practice. I couldn't do it very well at first. 3, 2, 1. Inhale and come down. All right. Very good, guys. Okay. I think we have time for one more. We're going to do a back bend at the wall and a spine twist at the wall. So I have to move my computer so you can see me. And for a wall, you can use a doorway. You can use a blank wall, just something that you can lean against. So we're going to do a back bend at the wall. So we stand with our back to the wall, about a couple of inches away. And again, a doorway would work. Put your hands up by your ears, your arms up by your ears, and your palms behind you on the wall if you can. You may only be able to put your fingertips. The idea is you're opening up your chest and your back. And we're going to hold this position for 40 seconds. If you can put your whole hand on the wall, that's fine. Fingertips are perfectly fine. This is another bone building exercise. Very good for the thoracic spine. Okay, unfold yourself from that. We're going to do a spine twist at the wall. And this again is very good for the thoracic spine. So put your side, put your right side against the wall, right foot forward, left foot back at an angle. Then you put your arms up like you're being held up. Keep your elbows at your sides. And just twist and put your forearms against the wall. Your hips are facing forward. Your shoulders are facing the wall. And we'll hold this for 40 seconds. So hips are forward, shoulders are facing the wall. Your head can be facing the wall. It can be looking up, it can be looking left, it can be looking right. I'm more concerned with the shoulders and the hips. There we go. Okay, now we're going to turn our left side to the wall and do the same thing. Left foot forward, right foot back, elbows at your sides, arms up, and twist towards the wall. So your hips are forward, your shoulders are facing the wall. Hold it for 40 seconds. Okay. All right, good job, you guys. Now let's go to our mats and we'll end with the Yoga Nidra meditation. So make sure you're warm and comfortable. So I'm going to lead you through a 61-point guided meditation, which works deeply on your nervous system to balance your subtle energies and increase your mental harmony. It helps you to sharpen your concentration and shift your attention inward. Lie somewhere comfortable, make sure you are warm enough. I will guide you to systematically move your attention through internal points as I mention them. Allow your awareness to flow to the points without moving them. Begin with breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Observe your abdomen as it rises and falls with the gentle flow of your breath. Now bring your awareness to the center of your eyebrows, the center of your throat, your right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This concludes the 61-point guided meditation. Go ahead and stretch your arms out, stretch your legs, wiggle your fingers and your toes, rotate your wrists and your ankles, stretch one side, then the other. Hug your right knee to your chest. Hug your left knee to your chest. Hug both knees to your chest. And rock back and forth. Feels good on that lower back. And when you're ready, roll over to one side, hopefully towards the screen. And put your arm under your head as a pillow. And use your other arm to push you up into a sitting position. Now at this point, you can unmute yourself and put your screen on gallery so we can see all of us.
And you'll need to unspotlight yourself,
Oh,
I think.
Did
uh,
it? I unspotted.
you did. Okay, thank you, Caitlin. All right. So let's go to prayer pose. Let's push our hands together tightly for just a moment. Feel that scapula. And then loosen up, loosen it up. Stretch your, I'm spacing on it. Back of your head. Forward. So you are bowing. And I want to thank all of you for coming today and putting up with me. And we'll end the class by saying to each other, namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you, Kathy. You can
Thank you.
unrecord, stop the recording.
Yes.
Thank you, Kathy.
Nice class. Welcome to the newcomers.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What do you
you.
think, Chris?
It was great. Yep, I followed along just fine.
Okay, good.
Thanks.
It looks like you're still recording.
Uh,
No?
I
Yeah,
thought I stopped.
It looks like